Hi guys. I wanted to post on Friday a video because I tend to experience the energy a little bit before you guys, my collective. And last week I realized was all these triggers from my last video, kind of midweek. I was like, wow, this week has been really insane. And I was like thinking like, oh, this is what's going to be expected in my collective over the weekend. But I'm just gonna be real with you guys. Like, I did my lips on Friday night and they were really sore all weekend. So unfortunately, I couldn't muster the energy to do a video. But what's funny is my best friend messaged me today and she's like, oh my god, like all this crazy stuff has been happening over the weekend. And I was like, shit, like I should have posted a video for you guys, but sorry about that. So it is a little bit late, but again, energy, it's going to be different for everyone. So you may have already experienced triggers this past weekend. It could be coming up this week or in the next couple of weeks. So just be cautious of that. Partially, this is because since we're working on releasing attachment and healing and starting to speak our truth, we're going to notice that conflict, right? That Five of Wands conflict, internal conflict and conflict with others in our environment. And what happens, and then work on connection, right? Moving forward. What happens when you do that, you guys, is not only do people sense the change that you're going through, and you'll notice they'll either try to control or get angry or get sad or detached or it's conflict, right? You'll be able to see with the connections in your life that you currently have which individuals are gonna be struggling with you standing in your power and your truth. And also, so there's that aspect, right, which is the internal conflict and it being reflected externally in your relationships when you start to heal that. Also, you guys, when you're trying to manifest a new beginning, right? Or stand in your truth, stand in your power to improve the things in your life that are not serving you anymore, your highest good, and are just causing you to feel left out, not heard, abandoned, triggered, all those things, guys. The divine will test you to see if you're ready for what you're manifesting. I discussed this further in my my compass reading a couple weeks back. And it the divine will test you to see if you're ready for what you're trying to go after. Okay? So there's going to be a lot of tests and triggers coming your way to see how you're going to handle it. It's going to be like testing you to see if you're going to go back to your attachments. That's the test. Okay? This could be with thought patterns, substances, codependencies, coping mechanisms, patterns within our relationships. The divine is gonna test you, okay, to see, are you really ready to break these attachments? But also, just on a 3D, like material plane level, the people around you are gonna notice the shift in your energy, and it's either going to worry them, scare them, put them on the defense, or they're going to be open and communicative and talk to you about what's going on and what they can do to help. You'll notice. Okay? Like, you guys, so when I first started really, like when my awakening came on strong in like the end of like really like February or really early March, my body just started rejecting alcohol. I would go out for some drinks with some friends. I'd have like 1 or 2 drinks and I'd be like puking and feel hungover for like 3 days. And I haven't drank since. Like, it's not like I was an alcoholic or anything, but I would definitely, you know, go out and have drinks with my friends on the weekend or with my brothers or whatever. And I wasn't able to do that anymore. And that's when my awakening really, like, came on strong. And this, I haven't even, like, it wasn't even an issue. I was like, okay, I guess I can't drink anymore. And then I went through, like, all these crazy, like, third eye ascensions, and I'm at where I'm at here talking to you guys. So and it was never even an issue, okay? This past week, I've, like, was like, I want to drink. It's been, like, what, like 5 or 6, what is that? Yeah, like 5 months or something, and I was like, whatever, I don't care. And then this past week I was like, man, I really want to drink. And I feel like it's that energy pool, like, testing your release of attachments, okay? It could also have been just that I had a stressful week, but it was those triggers, those tests, right? How are you going to deal with that? Are you going to use the knowledge that you've gained and really be determined to, or motivated to keep going where you're headed, wherever? It's going to be a little bit different for everyone, you guys. But sorry, there's something weird on my phone. But it's a test, okay? How are you going to deal with this? Are you going to use the knowledge that you've gained and to pursue where you want to go? Are you going to go back to your attachments? Are you going to get back on that carousel of karma? These are the tests, okay? The triggers. And it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot. It's going to come at you from every direction in your life. Okay? For me, it was kids, family, work. Okay? And some internal stuff too that I thought I had dealt with, but came back up again. So, yeah, just be cautious of that. Okay? It's a tricky time because you may, if you haven't completely learned the lesson yet, you're going to get back on that carousel, and it's going to be another cycle of that until you learn the lesson that you're meant to learn. Okay? Just because it's stuff that I've gone through the last 6 months or so, I knew, I'm like, I don't want to get back on that carousel. Okay? So I just chilled at home and worked out and read and just basically, like, went for walks and stuff with my dog to the beach. Like, that's all I did. And it was really, like, recentering. Like, and then you feel awesome after, like, wow, I didn't go back to my old, like, coping mechanisms or my old ways of dealing with things that weren't serving me anymore. So that was nice. Okay, but you have to be able to get to that point, and everyone's going to be a little different. There's certainly things that I still deal with. I'm still on the carousel. It's hard, you guys. It's hard until you fully learn the lesson and make a decision. It's a choice, right? Until you make the decision, I don't want this to be how I deal with conflict, how I deal with my inner thought patterns, how I deal with my relationships, whatever. You're going to get back on the carousel until you learn it and have the motivation to really change it. That's real, okay? I know I'm not trying to be harsh or anything. It's just that's the cycle. You can choose to continue it or break it, okay? But yeah, that's been the energies this week, so it's been really heavy. So I'm sorry if you guys are going through a lot. But I wanted to pull some cards for how to deal with not only, like, what kind of triggers are you guys, my collective, dealing with, but what we can do, how we can manage them, and then what's to come. Kind of like a recent past, present, future again. I feel like when we're going through these quick transitions and we're going through these tests and to see if we're ready for what we're manifesting, I feel like this is a good reading. So okay, so I'm going to start with energy oracle cards, and this will be for the recent past section. But other than that, I hope you guys had a good weekend. It's been awesome weather. Yeah, okay. The second chakra, Archangel Ariel. Let me pull one more for recent past. Oh, 2. Wow. Okay. Third chakra. Yeah, the life. Okay. Yin and yang. Wow, you guys. This is crazy, crazy. Okay. There's one thing I need to look up about the second chakra really quick. I'll do that in a second. Okay, and then current energies. Angel balance. Yeah, rebalancing. Fourth chakra. Archangel Raphael. Okay. And then for future, what's to come in regards to these triggers? Door to spirit. Yeah, it's a chance for more ascension, guys. If you pass the tests, so to speak, that are meant to pull you back to your attachments, and you are able to overcome them and stay out of the cycle, you're gifted with more wisdom and ascension from the divine. Okay, that's growth. Your soul expands. If you want to look at it from a more like 3D plane. One more for the future. Angel of strength. You guys, this is so perfect. The thinking man. Yes. Okay. All right. So that's overall energy at the bottom. Okay, I want to look up these chakras because I'm still, it's a lot about the chakras, you guys. I try to like study them as much as I can, but it's a lot. Okay, number 36. Okay, so the second chakra is about intimacy and creativity. So again, our relationships, are we going to go back to what we know, what we're comfortable with in our comfort zone, or are we going to find creative ways to get out of our cycles? Okay. This is about self-expression. I'm trying to see, it's about creativity mostly, but okay, so it's, all right, so it's about intimacy with others, and not necessarily in a sexual way, guys. It's more about like being vulnerable, all right, and like nurturing yourself as well. So like self-care, your relationship patterns with others. I did mention that in the intro. It's about self-expression and creativity, and finding a creative approach to do those, guys. So that's pretty amazing, all right? Because that basically goes in line with what I was saying. When we try to do this, okay, we're gonna notice, people around us are gonna notice the change in our behavior, in how we're speaking about ourselves or being more honest, okay? They're gonna notice, and it may cause some ripples, all right? Then tests will be shown to you if you're gonna go back to your comfort zone, or you're gonna find new ways to continue working on this, guys. Okay, it's basically what I was saying. And then the third chakra is the solar plexus. This is our life force. Okay, this is what makes it, like, the things that are meaningful that help us to thrive. Okay, so if we are not getting that currently and are trying to manifest that in our life and be more creative about ways to do that, that can cause some, you'll be able to see with the people around you, how they're going to react when you try to work on these things. Okay. And then look at this, guys. This is so perfect. I was trying to only get one more, but this one was like persistent about coming out. 22. Yin and yang, the masculine and feminine energies balance, perfect harmony. That's the yin yang. We're going to be tested with these things, guys. Do you really want to get out of your comfort zone and pursue what makes you thrive? Nurture your passions, balance your masculine and feminine energies. Do you really want this? The divine is like, I'm going to test you to see if you go back to your old ways. Okay? If you go back to your attachments, to your coping mechanisms. So, yeah. I mean, it's awesome that you guys are working on these things. And it is like a continuous process. It just gets easier and easier. But particularly right now, the energy pull is just to see if you're going to go back to your attachments. So just keep working on this, guys. Balancing those masculine and feminine energies within yourself, speaking your truth, being creative and nurturing, and pursuing things that you need to thrive. Okay, just keep going at it. All right. And I'll dig into that a little bit more with another deck. Okay, so current energies. Okay, so balance. Again, that yin and yang. This is more about head and heart, okay, which is perfect because we just had that full moon in Aquarius, which was all about balancing the head and the heart, okay? This is in the heart of the reading. And it's next to the fourth chakra, Archangel Raphael. Let me look that up really quick. Love, compassion, self-acceptance. That's perfect, you guys. That's in the heart of the reading. Love, compassion, self-acceptance. You know, when you get these triggers or this conflict with other people in your life, sometimes it's going to confuse you because you're like, am I on the right path? Am I doing the right thing? Is this really what I want? And those are questions that you have to answer for yourself, guys. Okay? But this is all about nurturing the head and the heart. Balance. Okay? Self-compassion, self-love. Once you have unconditional love for yourself, this is in the heart of the reading, guys. Once you have unconditional love for yourself, it's going to reflect externally. All right? These tests and triggers are going to it's going to throw us off balance. So just keep working on this. Okay? Self-actualization, self-care, balance. Okay? Because if your cup isn't full, you're not going to be able to connect with others in a healthy way. Okay, this is really important. I mean, look how many, there's a lot of chakra cards that came out. This is about rebalancing the chakras. Okay, rebalancing, perfect harmony. So these are the blocks right now. You guys, I could literally do like a reading every day for the next month on chakras. It's a lot. The ones that are coming up with some issues are the 2nd, the 3rd, and the 4th. Okay? So just look into that, all right? If you want to. But those are the ones that are coming up in the reading right now that are having issues, okay? And then what's to come? So you guys, this is so incredible. This is really awesome too. In the future spot, what's to come, right? If we work on passing our tests, so to speak, and regaining balance from our triggers and our tests, we're going to be gifted with more ascension, door to spirit. Okay? That's how I phrase it. If you want it more on like a 3D plane, your soul is going to grow. You're going to gain wisdom. You're going to feel empowered for not going back to your attachments, for staying, not staying in going back to your comfort zone. All right? It's like, let's say a little kid was like walking to the store for the first time without their parents or something like that, and they like cross the street and they see kind of a weird person, it's kind of like that's the test and the trigger. all right? Maybe not a little kid, but maybe like a young person, like a young teenager or something. These are the tests, you guys, all right? So that was actually a really bad analogy. Let's say you're like scared of balloons, all right? And you go to a birthday party and you see a balloon. Are you going to leave the party, or are you going to try to face your fear? That's still a bad analogy. Sorry, guys. Oh, man. Okay. Well, anyway, this is in the future spot, which is awesome. So if we continue to work on releasing our attachments and don't fall back into our habits, our coping mechanisms, our defense mechanisms, all of that, you guys, it's gonna build that inner strength and confidence, and our soul will expand for growth. Okay. Overall energy at the bottom of the deck is the thinking man, and I love this because I feel like you guys are becoming more aware of what your triggers are or what your attachments are, and you're thinking on it. And even if you did get pulled back, guys, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Just be aware of it, right? The thinking man. Like, just be like, wow, I see how that triggered me, and I went back to cope with it this way, and I really don't want to be using that as like a crutch anymore. You guys are becoming aware of the cycles, of the processes that you're in. This is amazing. This is perfect. This is progress. Okay, because that's the first step sometimes, is being aware. All right, I'm so happy that this card came out on the overall energy at the bottom of the deck. All right, that's incredible, you guys. And to see the things that you're working on that we're being tested on, like balancing masculine and feminine energies, pursuing things that are passionate to us, self-care, nurturing those connections in our life. Like those things are being worked on, guys, and you're starting to see. You're starting to see the cycles. This is amazing. All right. So even if you do get pulled back, it's okay. Just get back up and try again. You know, you haven't quite fully learned the lesson yet. That's okay. Sometimes it takes, years for people to even realize the cycle that they're in. So you guys are becoming aware. This is awesome. This is awesome. And this is where we're headed, guys, if we keep to work on that. Strength, inner courage, passion, door to spirit, ascension, wisdom. All right? And by the way, guys, I was mentioning how, I can't drink anymore. It just makes me really sick. But I'm not like a straight edge, okay? Like, yeah, I've been like sober for 5 months or whatever. But I still love like I hang out with people who drink. I'm not like judgmental in that way, just so you guys know. I kind of wish, sometimes there's been like a couple times where my family's gotten together and I'm like, man, it would be nice to have a drink or something. But I have never been like, man, I really want to drink. This week has been so stressful until this past week. So I know that you guys are feeling this. Okay. Let me get some cards from the situations deck. This will kind of give a little more insight, like into the more of the details of the type of triggers that you guys have been, or tests that you guys have been experiencing lately. All right, so let's clarify recent past. Soulmate, that one's been coming out a lot. Similar, friendship, romantic partner. So you guys are seeing, all right, you guys are seeing the cycles that you're in. If you're in a relationship, or if you're dating or single, and like the type of people that you're attracting, you guys are starting to see the cycles that you're in regards to particularly your love life, okay? Family, yeah. There's been a lot of triggers with family, blood ties. So what's interesting, in like one of the last readings I did with this deck, this came out in the future, and now this is recent past, right? This was in temporary in present energy and future in the last reading I used with these cards. I think it was the reading before last. But now it's in the recent past. It's interesting, right? It's crazy. So you guys are seeing, sometimes even this card particularly says blood ties. This could be with blood relatives, okay? Or just people in your inner circle that you have ties or bonds with. You're starting to see the cycles, the thinking man. You're starting to think on this. All right. And also soulmate. This can also be with friends, guys, but I'm getting just based on this balancing masculine and feminine energies, I'm getting more of like a relationship type feel from this card. Okay? You're starting to see the cycles. All right? This is good. Okay? Let's check present energies. 4th chakra, Archangel Raphael. And balance. Happiness. Okay. Wholeness, overjoyed, smiling. Magnetic trap. Oh my god, I love it. I love this deck. It's just like, it's kind of, it like has the tea. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I want to know like what specific triggers or tests or like attachments my collective is dealing with, because I can feel it, right? But I don't know exactly. This deck just gives me all the tea, you guys. But I'm here to explain like the energies and my downloads from my ancestors, and also just like information about what's going on astrologically, and kind of tying it all together for you guys so that we can work on being better people. Okay, that's why I'm here. I'm not here to like find out your drama or anything. I have plenty of that in my own life sometimes. So, and I mean, I'm not really interested, but I want to be able to like help you in the best way possible. Okay. So happiness. So we're starting to see, you guys. We're starting to see what things are blocking our abundance. Do you see all the yellow in this card? And also the big, it's like the sunflower, right? It's like the sun card, basically. It's all the good vibes. All right? We're working on this. And it's going to require balance. Okay? It's going to require that. And we're starting to see what we need to do to achieve that. You know, things have been presented to us, tests, triggers, situations, that's showing us what's healthy in our life and what are not healthy cycles. What's blocking our abundance? What's blocking our happiness? This may even be that we're changing our definition of what we thought that this was. Okay. And then look at this. Okay, so magnetic, unexplainable pull, can't resist. That's what I was talking about. That magnetic pull back to your attachments. It's gonna the divine is gonna test you. Are you ready for what you're manifesting? Do you really, how badly do you want it? When this stuff comes up, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna so this card is trash. Discarding, throwing out. Look at these 3 cards, you guys. This is a perfect, in the heart of the reading, this is a perfect visual representation of my intro. In the center of is that magnetic pull. You're going to be pulled, you're going to be tested. Okay? Trying to be thrown off balance. Are you really ready for what you're working for? You're going to be pulled back to want to go to your attachments, your coping mechanisms, your codependencies. Okay, you're going to be pulled. Are you ready to manifest this truly, true happiness in your life? Or are you going to, start working on getting the things out of your life that are blocking this? Again, this could be with thought patterns, substances, behaviors, traits within ourselves, or in our relationships. Okay, this is a perfect visual representation for my intro. That magnetic pull with those tests. Are you going to go back, or are you going to work on still cutting those out and pursuing true inner peace and happiness? This is the test right here. Summed up. This is the reading summed up in these 3 cards perfectly. Okay. All right, so in the near future, Angel of Strength and Door to Spirit, right? Building that inner strength and courage for that soul growth, basically. Okay, let's get some clarifier cards on that. Wow. Okay. Wow, you guys. Wow. All right. So, wish, hope, praying, yearning. If you were not able to get out of the cycle that you are now becoming aware of, it's okay. It took another round on the merry-go-round, on the carousel of karma, and it may take 1 or 2 more or whatever it takes, guys. As long as you're working on it and becoming aware of it, it gets easier each time to notice the cycles you're in. But you guys are working on this, and I can tell, okay? And then focused. Eyes for you, fascinated, watching. Look at this, guys. Look at this. With Angel of Strength and Door to Spirit. Wish, focused. Can that be any more clear about the near future? If you want this, okay, if you really, really want this, all right, you'll notice the tests and the triggers that are in your life. Stay focused. Keep working towards that goal. Look at this, guys. Wow. Wow. This is incredible. This is a really, really good reading. Just stay focused. You'll get there, guys. You'll get there. With that inner strength and courage and that door to spirit, that soul growth. Just keep working on it. Okay? You guys are aware. I can tell. You guys are becoming aware of the cycles you're in. It'll happen. Just stay focused. Keep working towards that wish, all right? It'll happen. You're going to be pulled back to your ways of dealing with things, your old ways and your comfort, what you're comfortable with. All right? You're going to see what's blocking this, all the good vibes. And as long as you just keep working on that and staying focused, keep thinking on it, and keep trying to get out of your comfort zone, pursuing your passions from a place of love, love for self, nurturing self-care. You guys, it'll happen. Just keep yourself in high regard. That is also what this card is about. Keep yourself in high regard. The boundaries, guys, boundaries. Okay, healthy boundaries are vital for this. Stay focused. All right. And the other card that came out was Twin Flames, so that's interesting. The one, right? I like Twin Flame is a label. Other people may call it like elite soulmate, divine soul connection, the one, right? So, this also says mirrored souls. In my last reading, when I was talking about conditional versus unconditional love, I was talking about mirroring. in relationships. When you mirror back to each other the things that need to be worked on, I feel like, again, twin flames is just a label. Take it how it applies, how it resonates with you. This is a collective reading, okay? Some of you guys may be on a twin flame journey, all right? But I feel like this has to do with look at the thinking man, right? And mirroring in that twin flame card. You're becoming aware of what things need to be worked on for yourself. That's the first step, guys. In your relationships, could be with family, friends, soulmates, lovers, whatever. Okay? But yeah, mirroring. That's amazing that this came out in the near future, because I was literally just talking about that in my conditional versus unconditional love reading. But yeah, you guys are becoming aware of the cycles you're in. It's good. I can see you're working on it. And it's so incredible to me how these two are now in the recent past, and in the last reading that I used these cards in, or this deck in, they were in the near future. Things are moving quickly, guys. I could feel it this weekend. I'm sorry I couldn't get this reading out before now. The overall energy at the bottom of this deck was intervention, rescue, others involved. This is a wake-up call from the universe, guys. There's the wake-up call, remember? And you're seeing it. You're seeing it, and you're evaluating it, you're analyzing it. You're experiencing it. You're understanding it. I can tell very clearly. Also, how I see this is there may be some people, since a lot of this has to do with connection, from what I'm seeing in this reading, there may be other people involved that are kind of intervening, not in a good way. So remember, just filter everything you hear, even from me. Use your intuition and your gut to make decisions in your life, okay? That you know to be best for you. That will bring you this inner peace and happiness, joy, success, fulfillment, okay? Be very cautious what you hear from other people, or what you hear someone else say, someone else said. Usually I just, that goes one in ear and right out the other for me. It has no impact on, like, it doesn't concern me. It has nothing to do with my life or how, like, the choices I make. So that's my recommendation. If that part resonates with you more, the energy that I'm feeling from this more is divine intervention, to show you this is at the heart of the reading, like heart, very, very center, okay? This is it, guys. What's blocking this in your life? The divine is like, I'm here to show you, and I'm here to test you. Do you want this? It's a divine intervention is like hard, because it's like when we really learn the lessons and the cycles that we're in. But it's also amazing because it shows us what's blocking us from growth and moving forward. All right? It's bittersweet, but ultimately it's for the better, guys. Like, immensely. But it's tough. It's tough to see the truth, okay? So yeah, just keep doing what you guys are doing. I know it's hard. Once you start to see the tests and the triggers that come in, once you're out of your cycles, you'll see it, guys, and you'll be able to just like watch it like roll right by and not even affect you. It's just practice, just like anything else, you know? Just like building muscles at the gym, like you need to do those reps, right? You guys are thinking on this. This is amazing, and it'll get easier. Just keep practicing, okay? Focus. All right? Wish. Just keep your eye on the prize, all right? Build that inner strength, courage, and you'll be gifted with ascension, soul expansion, growth. All right. Okay, guys. I hope you guys are okay and doing well. I'll talk to you next time.